All right, y'all. So I wanted to make this quick video. I wanted to make this video real quick. Hopefully it's not too long because I know how I talk and stuff like that. So I was working in my shadow work journal and it said, what are 10 things about yourself that you feel that you've changed versus who you were 10 years ago? Okay. Let me go in yeah, what are 10 ways you have changed in the past 10 years? And are these mainly positive or negative? So, in therapy, one thing I have been working on with my therapist is my therapist tells me this all the time. I'm self-aware. Okay. I can identify my triggers. I know what triggers me. I know what upsets me. And I am self-aware of my actions and I am self-aware of my emotions and I'm self-aware of my thoughts. Okay. So I know when I was 10 years ago, I wasn't like this. Okay. I was the type of person that was very irrational. I wasn't self-aware of my triggers. I wasn't self-aware of myself. I didn't have self-awareness. Anything that I did wrong, I never was the bigger person, or, I never took full responsibility. And I feel like this is something that you guys should ask yourself. Instead of always focusing so much on the negative part, okay, let me tell you something. You're going to work on yourself to the day you die. Okay. At the end of the day, as long as you're waking up every day and as long as you're choosing to do better for yourself and become better for yourself, and become, like I said in my last video, become a better man, become a better woman, whatever. As long as you know that you're not repeating the same cycles over and over again, you cannot be condemned, okay, for past mistakes that you have done, because you didn't know what you know now. I didn't know what I knew 10 years ago versus what I know now. I didn't know that. I didn't have that emotional maturity. I was always using my past as an excuse and my past trauma as to why I didn't want to do the things that I wanted to do in my life. And when you do that, like I said, it doesn't matter. We all go through shit. We all have trauma in some way. Okay. We all have gone through some type of trauma. I'm not saying that what you went through does not matter, baby. But what I'm saying is what you went through, look at that and look at where you are now. You may have went through that, but that didn't break you. That made you stronger. Okay? See, we never really sit down and ask ourselves, okay, have I changed in a positive way or have I changed in a negative way? I used to be very negative. I'm more closer to God now. I used to be very negative. I didn't have the belief of that close relationship with God that I have now. Okay? I think before I react. I respond rather than react to situations. When I hear something I don't like, when if it's whether somebody's talking about me or whatever, I don't react it. I'm no longer people pleasing. I used to people please and try to always appeal to other people's needs. I don't do that anymore. I please myself and I do what I need to do for me, what makes me happy. It's not about what everybody else wants, but it's rather about what I want, the things that I want to do with my life. Okay? I don't try to bend and twist and arm and leg for other people anymore. I don't go that mile. No, I'm aware. I see the red flags. When a person is not being realistic, when a person's not being real, and I could tell, I could smell narcissism from a mile away. Before, I couldn't do that 10 years ago. I couldn't do that. And that's not how I was. I wasn't that type of person, to be honest. I was very dishonest and I was a liar. My character was bad. But now my character has changed over the years and has progressed, and I am becoming a better woman every single day. Yes, there are things that I know that I still do need to work on. But one thing I want to acknowledge is that I have accomplishments that I never really actually took the time to thank myself for and say, damn, you really have changed and you have came a long way. People who knew you 10 years ago those people in your past are always going to see you as that person. When you hear me, when you speak to me, when you talk to me, you hear a woman that is speaking from the heart. You hear a woman that is speaking from her soul. You hear my bad. You hear a godly woman. You know what I'm saying? When you look at me, it from versus who I was 10 years ago versus now, totally different. Okay? So that's one thing I want you guys to really ask yourself. How have you changed? Whether it's positive or whether it's negative. And it is, if it's not positive, if it's some negative, okay, work on those things. But remember, at the end of the day, we always working. The hardest thing to do is work on yourself. That's why people don't do it. People don't work on themselves because they don't want to heal. A lot of people want to stay stuck in the past, and they constantly want to stay stuck in this negative loop and constantly blame the reason why they wasn't able to get to where they wanted to be in life is because this is what happened to me, and these are the things. You cannot use your past as an excuse. You have to use that as your strength to move forward and to remember that no matter what you went through, you are still here. No matter what you went through, that did not break you. No matter what you went through, those people did not break you. That person thought they broke you. They didn't break you. They didn't. You forgave that person. You forgave the situation. And you didn't forgive them for them. You did it for yourself. You got closer to God. You know what I'm saying? You look at yourself. You tell yourself, I love you. You accept the good, the bad, the ugly, and the worst. No one knows you like you know yourself at the end of the day. It's easier said than done. These are not things that are just going to happen magically overnight. It's not. You have to keep continuously working on yourself. You have to know, like, you know what? This is something that's important to me. Becoming the best version that I need to become. Because you do not want to be in a relationship, or you don't want the person that you're in a relationship, the person that you're manifesting, whatever, the marriage you're manifesting, you don't want that person to endure the trauma and all the bad shit that happened to you. You don't want them to get the unhealed version of who you are. You want that person to experience the healed version. Just like I want my kids and my wife to experience the healed version of me, that's what they are going to get, because I am working on myself every single day. This is not something that just is so easy. And I hate when people just assume that, oh yeah, I'ma just affirm my new self. Bitch, you gotta really actually work on yourself. You gotta be doing this behind closed doors. What I do on and off camera, baby, is the same thing. I'm over here, whether it's reading a book, still reading The Atomic Habits, whether it's reading a book, whether it's journaling, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's me going to go work out, whatever it is. Really, if I do something wrong, and know that your future self is going to make mistakes, forgive yourself for the mistakes that you make. You're not perfect. We are all spiritual beings going through a human experience. When you write down the things that you know that you need to change, don't look at it as a negative thing. Don't look at it like that. Acknowledge that this is something that needs to change. Become self-aware of this and change it. Change it for yourself. Years ago, I was strapped in a van on my way to a mental hospital because I wanted to commit suicide. About, what was this? 20, 24, 23, 22, 21. This was like, I want to say like 3 years ago. 3 years ago to this day. And I'm over here, you know, and it's crazy because I was thinking about how I wasn't good enough. I was thinking about how I was unworthy. And I was, you know, causing, you know, basically trying to burn bridges with other people because at that point I felt like nobody loved me and nobody cared about me. But you know what I would tell that person? I would tell that person, the old unhealed version of me, I would say, look, baby, you are worthy. But it starts with you. It starts with us first. I was so was chasing after another person because I wanted that person to be the piece, the missing piece. A person should compliment you. They should not be the missing piece. Okay? We have relationships to enjoy these relationships in life. You know what I'm saying? You found your true love is you. So when you ask yourself this, what have I changed? And if you haven't changed, that's your time. You writing that down and you facing that old version of yourself. That's how you know you changing, because you actually writing it down on paper and you're acknowledging and taking into consideration that these are habits that you know you have to break. So break those habits. Remember, I'm always rooting for you. And also, I do want to apologize because I don't know if I called y'all fans, but I don't see y'all as fans. Y'all are definitely my supporters, and I love y'all so much. Do not be afraid to email me. Do not be afraid to reach out to me. Do not be afraid to, I'm the student in life. I'm still learning. I am not the teacher, okay? And I'm going to make that clear as I possibly can. I am the student in life. I'm learning each and every day something new. I'm doing something that's challenging me, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Something that's going to take me to the next level in my life. And I want you to take yourself to the next level in your life. But I need you to do this. If there is something that you know that you are holding on to, you need to let it go. I know they say it's easier said than done. I get it. And I'm not saying you gonna let it go today and choose a date to when you let it. No, I'm not saying that. Healing is not for the weak. A lot of people don't change, and a lot of people don't want to take this route of self-love because they are afraid of being alone. They are afraid of sitting with their thoughts, and they are afraid of facing themselves. You are competing with this old version of yourself, because this old version of you, there's always going to be a time where it's going to try to sink back in and try to tell you, oh, you're not good enough. You can't do that. I told you it wasn't going to work. No, you say, look, mother trucker, I can do anything I put my mind to, because I'm one of the daily dose babies. You heard me? You feel me? No, but seriously. Remember that on an everyday basis, you are making those changes. So ask yourself, have you changed? And if you have not, then that is okay. If it is positive and negative, okay. You look at the negative, you acknowledge it, and you change it little by little. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus too much on dwelling in it. Don't be like, damn, I'm such a bad person. And no, that's not, no. We all make mistakes. We're just spiritual beings going through a human experience. All right, peace.